Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a locally owned Corbin business could be shutting down soon after road work made it impossible to get there. And a new Senate bill aims to eliminate taxes on diaper bills to help struggling families.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. It is 5:32 this morning on January 11th, 2024. Let's check in with meteorologist Mace Michaels for a look at your forecast this morning.
Hey there, Madison. Good morning. We are looking at a very comfortable morning for us for this time of year. It is January, but when we are talking about temperatures in the mid-30s, that's a pretty good beginning to the day. As you take a look here at Whitesburg, a quiet start to the day, quiet weather-wise day. Looking good for us. Enjoy today. This will be the warmest we're going to be for a while. Temps in the mid-20s this morning. Manchester, upper 20s around London, Somerset, Hazard, both sitting at 36 degrees, even as warm as 44 right now in Monticello. Irvine at 40 degrees, and Prestonburg sitting in the mid-30s as well. Pikesville, you're starting off in the low 30s. Pinpoint Doppler's quiet, nothing to show here on the radar. That will change tomorrow. Satellite, of course, had some clouds around yesterday, and we have a few clouds this morning, but I think we'll see lots of sunshine for this afternoon. Your out-the-door forecast looking good with temps in the upper 40s to low 50s, and we will enjoy some sunshine. Full forecast in a few minutes. We'll take a look at that cool down coming here as we look on into the weekend with some rain and snow chances.
Mace, thank you. A Corbin man says he may be forced to close his business because of road construction, and he says he's not the only business owner who will be affected. Grayson Passmore tells us why he says the road work is impacting him financially.
We took a chance, stepped out to start our own.
Badwoods Outdoors has become a Corbin staple.
That was my passion growing up, and it's also my family's.
Earl Jones, his wife Rita, and their son Dalton built the family-run business years ago.
They've worked their entire lives, spending hours after hours, working as hard as they can, only to have it taken away.
Jones fears they may soon lose everything they worked for. Jones's attorney, Stephen Bing, says the family was notified in 2022 that the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet would be widening US 25 West, along where the business sits. Bing says they were told a concrete wall would need to be built in front of the businesses along the route, which crews started work on this week. He says they were also told a road providing back access to the store for customers and employees would be built first, something they've yet to see.
And as it stands right now, in the back, they have basically a mud hole instead of a road, and they're putting a concrete wall up all the way in front of their business. There's no way in, and it's impacting their day-to-day operations, and it's effectively ruining their business.
Jones says it's the business's location right off of 75 that makes it so appealing for many of their customers. But he says it's clear now that with this construction going on in their front parking lot, that most of these customers won't bother to stop anymore.
It's a shame. Earl and Rita, it's a locally owned family business. They've put their life savings into this place.
Bing says the state's using eminent domain to complete the project, turning the private property into public use, which legally he says they can do with payment compensation and by providing access to the property. It's the lack of access that he fears could close the Joneses store.
It's a nightmare. You still have bills coming due, you still got to pay for them, and there's no income.
In Corbin, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Tuesday, the Safer Kentucky Act was introduced as House Bill 5 at the state capitol. It is a sweeping measure lawmakers say will increase penalties and reduce violent crimes. That includes illegal camping. Lawmakers specifically want to crack down on when someone is on public or private streets, sidewalks, under bridges, parks, businesses, or homes without authority.
So we're trying to say it's not a crime to be homeless, but you can do it in a defined area that the city can designate. And that defined area will have to have sanitary facilities, at least porta potties and drinkable water.
The bill would add to the state's Stand Your Ground law, giving property owners the ability to confront such illegal campers with a gun or other force and not face consequences. Families with kids in diapers may appreciate a new Senate bill that was proposed in Frankfort on Monday. The bill would eliminate the sales tax on diapers in Kentucky. Officials with LKLP say that if this is passed, it would relieve some of the financial burden on low-income families with small children.
You know, I hate to say this, but we all know it happens. A lot of people won't change a child as much because of the cost of diapers, pull-ups, and etc. I think this would help. This would help sanitary-wise. This would help with sickness. This would help with a lot of stuff just by a little bit of sales tax.
Napier adds that this would be extremely beneficial to families with more than one child in diapers. A man has been charged with murder after a Whitley County man was found dead in his home. 73-year-old Michael Boyd Connor is accused of killing Charles Oler. Police say Oler's daughter found him dead in his home Saturday. Connor was arrested in Corbin on Monday. He is in the Whitley County Detention Center charged with 1 count of murder. A Somerset man is facing charges after police say he reportedly strangled another person. Deputies with the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office responded to the incident Monday night. A victim claimed 35-year-old Diego Velasquez had been drinking, then became physically violent and grabbed her by the throat. Velasquez was arrested and was taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center. Also in Pulaski County, a man is behind bars after police say he reportedly pointed a gun at them and several other victims. Deputies with the sheriff's office were called to the scene around 9:45 p.m. on December 30th. They say it happened at a home on 1592 Rose Road in Somerset. Deputies say victims told them 38-year-old Matthew Anderson pointed the gun at them and shot in their direction. Anderson was charged with 4 counts of wanton endangerment and 1 count of menacing. A first-of-its-kind partnership between the ATF and Bluegrass Crime Stoppers is working to make Lexington safer. And Samantha Valentino shows us it is a new initiative focused on solving cases involving stolen firearms.
So as we turn the corner into 2024, one of ATF's top priorities is focusing on the sources of crime guns.
Special agent in charge of ATF in Kentucky, Sean Morrow, says in Lexington, stolen firearms are a major source of crime guns.
And our investigations have shown that these thefts directly contribute to violence on our streets.
That's why the ATF is partnering with Bluegrass Crime Stoppers to get stolen firearms off the streets of Lexington.
We're going to offer $1,000 for any illegal gun, recovered stolen gun, and that is going to be matched by the ATF's initiative of $1,000.
If an arrest yields more than 1 firearm, an additional $500 will be added to the reward. But how often are guns really stolen in Lexington?
There were 475 guns were reported stolen in 2023. 411 of those 475 guns were stolen from a vehicle.
Chief Lawrence Weathers says these statistics show that public safety is the responsibility of everybody in the community.
Something as simple as removing a gun from your vehicle and locking it away. Something as simple as that can save somebody's life.
Through this partnership, they're not only asking gun owners to safely store their firearms, but they're also asking all community members to help police by submitting tips. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
To submit an anonymous tip to Bluegrass Crime Stoppers, visit bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. The Floyd County Animal Shelter is hoping to rebuild with plans to be bigger and better on the lot across from the current facility. Representatives with the Dewey Dam Dog and Cat Protection Society, which founded and operates the shelter in Prestonsburg, say the facility has been dilapidated for years, but now officials hope the work can soon begin. Now that site preparation is underway thanks to abandoned mineland funding.
And thankfully, we have finally worked the bureaucracy to the point where there's bulldozers out there today being paid for by the Abandoned Mine Land Fund, which will stabilize the land and hopefully we'll be able to build a new animal shelter there sooner rather than later.
Attorney and founding member Ned Pillersdorf says the future of the shelter looks bright and more is needed to help plans come to fruition. When we return, we'll take a look at this year's nominees for the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Enjoy weather today because much cooler conditions will be coming into the area into the weekend. Tomorrow it starts with some rain, but today we have lots of sunshine. Check out these temps from 30s this morning to near 50 this afternoon. Full forecast coming up.